What's up, friends? Going out. Today is mile streak 182. And at first glance, that doesn't really seem like a big deal. But 182 is halfway. 6-month mark today. It's actually 82 and a half. But as long as I complete today, that means I've gone halfway, which is dope. Tomorrow, I'll be on the way back home. So I figured, since it's halfway, it's kind of special, we'd go out and try and find something cool to do. I've been getting a lot of comments like, hey Brad, you're a fair weather runner, like why you run so much on the treadmill? Guys, I run so much on the treadmill because I have a family, 2 young kids, a full-time job. Sometimes for safety reasons, like I'm not one of those, I don't need to go out in the middle of the night and like put myself in danger just to run because I'm too prideful to run on the treadmill. So I don't mind running outside if I can. So today, wifey is, gonna hang out with the kids for a little bit. My son's taking a nap. I got a couple hours. I'm gonna go try and run a path I've never run before. Yesterday, I hit a portion of the Suffolk County Greenbelt Trail, which is like a little trail here on Long Island that I've never run in my whole life, and it's like 3 miles from my house. But it was so nice that I'm gonna go try and find a different section of it and run that today. That Greenbelt Trail is also part of the 50K race that I'm doing in April. So it's always nice to like see the course and do that sort of thing. I don't know how far I want to run. I think in like 6 to 8 miles would make me pretty happy. I brought nutrition for the upper end, so I definitely could probably make it 10 miles with my nutrition today. We'll see. But I'm glad to get out. And like I said, all I need to do is 1 mile. But I'm also pushing for 500 miles for the year. I looked at my watch this morning and I was at 449 miles. Now the goal was always like just 365, right? 1 mile per day. I've had that goal for like 5 years, never set it. But now with 2 weeks to go, I'm so close to like that milestone. 500 is such like a nice round number that I feel like I have to try and get to that. So I might slightly overtrain 225 mile back-to-back weeks. 30 has been my biggest week ever, but I've been running like 20 miles a week. So if maybe I could do like a 30 and a 20, I don't know. We'll see. But that's really the push. So I am going to try and get some miles under my belt so I can put in the last miles. Today is like the 17th or the 18th of December. So I have, I think, 15 days to get 50 miles to hit a 500 mile for the year milestone. I'll check in. I'll let you know where I'm at and where I'm going to run today. And we'll make a cool little video. I put a Q&A up, but I don't have any subscribers or any followers on Insta, so nobody left me any questions. I guess that's the struggle of just being a small channel, but I'll try and think of some questions along my run that people have asked me about the streak so far in the last 6 months, and maybe one day when the channel grows, we'll do a real Q&A video. All right, guys, a little bit of driving. Let's see where we end up. So far as like what I bring, right now it's 40 degrees out. I have like a tech like base layer on and then a really, really tight layer. This is coming off, I just drove with it. These will be for the second half of the run as a reward, so no music yet. Carry around just like this little waist pouch. It's pretty easy, right? It's light and it holds 2 gels for me. So these are spring gels, not sponsored. I got the Canterbury and the Speed Nut today. And then I hold just a regular water bottle. This has 2 scoops of BPN, Bare Performance Nutrition G1M. They're Go One More. And this is like a couple hundred calories for me. And that's really all I'll carry with me for anything under like 12 miles. Once I get over 12 miles, then I'll put a pack on, multiple water bottles. In the summer, I'll carry multiple water bottles, but now 40 degrees, this is plenty of fluid, 2 gels, and I'm not really going that far from home. I'm probably gonna try and go out like 4 or 5 miles and then turn around and come back. So as far as where I'm running today, I'm just kind of walking over to the trailhead now. I'm in the Connecticut State Preserve here on Long Island. It's pretty nice. The trail will be kind of like this, like pine barreny, but kind of like nice needles on the ground, the pine barren needles. It's a little cool, but I tend to want to underdress to start a run, only because I know that I get warm, I run hot. So I wish, right now that I had gloves and a hat on, but pretty much above 40, I'm good to go. Probably about a quarter mile in, I'll be warm and this black base layer is probably even gonna come off and get tied around my waist. So it sucks when you first get out, but it's good. I feel good. I've never run in this park before. I've driven by it literally 1,000 times in my life. But like I said, finding this new running fitness, it never would have been in me to like go somewhere and run. It was always like, I gotta run, so I guess I'll just go for a run around the block, or the only time I go to a destination is when it'd be like a race. But now I'm finding out that I have all these trails and all these amazing things to help break up runs and make them more enjoyable. So I'm trying it out, you know? Halfway to a mile, so you can go get some geese. So here we go. Also this place, also the reviews said the trails are like really awesome marked. So everything has these like white dots on them, lets you know exactly where to go. And they also do like a really, really good job of like sighting out the next place to go in case there's a turn. So like, I don't know if you can see, but over there's a white mark on that tree, and that's gonna start my run. I'll check in a little bit, let you know when I know how far I'm gonna go. Another amazing thing about running in the winter is nobody comes out. This place, I have literally acres and acres and acres of land all to myself. Very rarely will I pass anybody. And it's kind of nice, especially being like on Long Island where it's so crowded. I know in the summer, the parking lot to this place fills up pretty quick. So it's nice just to be out here. The only thing I hear right now is a plane overhead. I'm right down here by the water. There's a creek flow next to me. Glad I don't have my music on. I'm just, man, it's fucking crazy. 40 years old, and I never realized how much I liked it. I guess maybe from my school sports days where like running was always a punishment, like go do a lap or get on the end line for sprint. I guess I was like trained to think that running was a punishment. And once I got into just like a mile a day, no time requirement, don't gotta go fast, not racing, don't need to be a certain pace. Just come out here and hear your feet rustling in the leaves. Hear the creek behind you, like, shit, dude, I've been missing this my whole life. If you're thinking about starting to run, just start. It's fucking, sorry for the language, but it's just nice. When I was just getting a sip of water, retie my shoes, I checked to see if I had a question. I had a question. Someone said, Brad, looking thin, thank you. How much weight have I lost? So pretty much when this started, when I got to like my rock bottom, I was 230 pounds. Now, before I went plant-based a couple years back, I got up to like 220, and then I went plant-based and I dropped down to like 200. And when I did that, I was like, I'm never going back that high again. And I think when I hit 230, I was like, wow. The main thing was my wife. She's always running, working out, training, and she was like, I said, you know, like, why? She's like, because I remember when I was a kid, I remember my dad going to races, my mom going to races. It made me want to be fit like them. And I'm thinking to myself, and this is not anything against both my parents who have passed, but like, I remember going to parties, going to the beach, getting wasted. And I wish the latter. So that was another thing in May. I was like, my kids are getting old enough now where they're starting to really absorb like a sponge what I'm doing. And I want them to know that dad likes fitness, that dad wants to get outside in nature and doesn't want to sit on the couch. Like, that was another major reason for starting this streak. But anyway, I've lost about 30. I try not to step on the scale because I don't want it to be like about that, like it was when I went plant-based. But I think maybe a week or so ago, I was like right at 202. So since June, I've lost about 30 pounds. And in my college days and in my athletic days, Ironman days, I walked around at like 190. So maybe like 10 pounds to go. But then again, I've never exercised this much. It was always just casual, like going on a bike ride, going on a swim. But I think 285, 290, if I can get there by the 50K that's on these trails, maybe in April we'll talk about that, like where my weight's at. But yeah, thanks for the question. I haven't really changed my diet too much. It's really just been the net calories from exercising and building up my mileage pretty much 10% every week over the last 6 months, 6 months today. All right, about 4.5 miles in. Time for me to take nutrition. Usually I try and do it between 4 and 5 miles, depending on the weather and things like that. Trying a new flavor today. This is Spring Energy, 250 calories, Speed Nut. That's funny. Coincidentally, that was my nickname in college. Speed Nut with hemp oil. So I always get variety packs whenever I try new things. So I highly recommend doing that because you want to try them out. You want to make sure that if you hate them, like on my last video, you saw like Spring Energy, what was it, Speed Force or something like that. I hated it. And you don't want that on race day. But you also don't want to focus on one flavor. Like I love this company's awesome sauce. But you can't just have one flavor, even two as your go-to, because I'll tell you from experience, and like Ironman and stuff, there will be days, and it always happens on fucking race day, where your body will be like, nope, no awesome sauce today. It'll just reject it. And then once you like get sick that first time or it rejects it that first time, you're screwed. So if I bring 6 awesome sauce with me to last me the whole day, and like the second or third one in, my body for whatever reason just wants to veto that, you need to have another flavor to go to, right? So make sure, especially with like drinks, anything that you're gonna be consuming, make sure that you try, I'm gonna say at least 3 to 4 different flavors. On race day, I know that I'll probably have 4 flavors on me. These can also be a real pain in the ass to open. So make sure, especially cold days, of your fingers or whatever, but here goes nothing. It's good. I like it. It's a little thicker than applesauce. Definitely get that hemp, like a little bit of seeds in there. Good. Speed Nut, good. A little bit. I can taste like the nut, maybe like a peanut butter. I gotta go back and look at the ingredients, but I kind of like this Speed Nut. Make sure you bring something to put these into. Don't leave them on the trail. I mean, that goes without saying, but I keep a little Ziploc bag because this like gooey stuff will get in your pockets really annoying. So I bring a Ziploc. This will go in the Ziploc. I don't know. I said I want to do 4. I want to do 8 to 10. I'm 4.5 in. I might finish this 5th mile, turn around. Starting to get dark here. And I got to remember, anything you go out, you got to come back. So probably get to 5. Maybe wrap this up as a nice 10-mile run. A little double digits for today. Second, you're running single track in the woods. The next second, it opens up. Nice little pond. Wow. Ah, this is fucking great. Ah. I'm not even playing for the camera, guys. This is, I don't even want to run through this. I just want to enjoy it. Let's go. Let's go. In the books, 6 months, mile streak. Just got a little under 10 miles, more like 9.5. As you can see from the video, guys, I just loved it. Just see more of this. I'm going to start doing more exploring, and it's getting a little dark. Looking forward to getting home to the family, taking a cold shower, and tomorrow I'm officially more than halfway, and I'll be working towards June to get this streak done, and a ton more adventures on the way, guys. So subscribe, like the video so YouTube starts to know people are watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.